Bonsoir, bonsoir tout le monde. Welcome to another episode of Poetry and Perspective with Placide. Guys, I need to apologize because I don't know what happened earlier on, but life happened, things happen. I would like to welcome you to our show. As usual, I am your kind hostess, Cindy Placide. And I promise that tonight is going to be a very eye-opening show. It's going to be one that is going to think about your life, different perspectives, how you approach things, and how you can rise from adversity. Tonight with me, I have a special guest. So if I continue, for those of you who do not know me, I am a poet, I'm an author, I'm an advocate. Okay, I advocate for mental illness, for autism, for domestic violence, for rape and incest, and rape and assault, and I also bring awareness to so many other things. I also advocate for autism. I'm sorry, dwarfism, especially thanatophoric dysplasia, because it's a rare form of dwarfism. And I would like to welcome all of my viewers. I am so sorry that what happened earlier, but we're moving forward. So I am the author of three amazing books. My first book is entitled When Life Stood in Silence, and it's a book geared to grief and loss, and just the emotions that you go through with this illness. And the second book is called A Mighty Calm, and I'm going to show it a little later. A Mighty Calm. And the third book is it's called What the Sky Sold Me. All my books are just amazing poetry books that everyone can relate to. So as the show goes on, I'm going to show it, and I welcome you to go ahead and check out my books. Tonight we have with us the beautiful and talented Nickler Dorville. And without further ado, let me bring her on the stage so she could introduce herself to you and the viewers. So, hello, my love.
Hello, Cindy. It is such a pleasure to be here. Welcome to everybody who's joining us. A special good evening to you all. And thank you for having me, Cindy.
It is a pleasure. Now, listen, guys. This interview has been long overdue. Long overdue. You know, as as a woman and as a mother, I recognize, and especially somebody who advocates for mental health, and who has come in the presence of a few people, I recognize when someone is not ready, they are not ready. And one of my greatest attributes is my patience. I am a very patient person. I give people time for them to get themselves together because I needed time to get myself together. But it was worth the wait with you, madam.
Yes, of course. And
Yes.
I must commend you on, your patience, because when you contacted me, of course, life, everybody goes through, moments where it's like they want to just withdraw a little bit from the world. But now I feel like I'm ready, and that's why I reached out to you and I said, Cindy, hey, check me, girl, I'm ready. So
Yes.
thank you for having me here. It's just such an honor to be here with you, Cindy.
The pleasure is all mine, sweetheart. Now, please, we want to know who Nickler Dorville is. Tell us a little bit about you, your bringing, your sassiness, your family.
Okay, what Nickler is not, because I think a
Yes.
lot of people
Yes.
they judge me so harshly, and but
Mhm.
let me just start. Let's start from the beginning. My name
Mhm.
is Nickler Dorville. I grew up in a very musically inclined environment with my mother. Everybody knows her as Lauren Dorville, very prominent during her time. And, I always loved music. Everybody who knew Nicola, they know this girl, this is a singer. This girl is going to go somewhere. And so, my childhood, of course, everybody has, their ups and downs in their childhood, but my childhood has definitely molded me into the woman that I'm becoming. And I'm still on that journey, just on my musical journey. And I'm going. Sometimes, you can be a little bit like, okay, but you have to just keep focus. And I try to keep myself, just always remembering my childhood dream. and that I'm never too old to continue going. So, yes.
Amen. Wow. So, what was that dream of yours? What I know you was you I from your bio. And I'm going to read a little bit about it. From a bio, you are a very, very talented young lady.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, and I applaud you because a lot of people don't know how to tap into their talent. But you knew from the beginning who or what you wanted to be, and then you went after this. So tell us, what do you do? What are some of your strongest points as a, in what you do? What you do first, and what are your strongest points?
Well, I will tell you, for me, like music is my passion. And going back to childhood, I've always had like a very fiery, like thing about me. It's like, I don't know, it's like I came into this world and I knew exactly what I wanted to be, who I wanted to be. And
Mhm,
and it's something, even if I try to get away from it because of the discouragement, I mean, that is the reality. There are people who are dream killers, right? They can, they see that you have potential, they see that you're
mhm,
trying to focus, they see that you're trying to make, adjustments in ways that is going to help you elevate yourself. And I
mhm,
find with my experiences, it's like, as much as I've always known what I wanted to be, there's always this hindrances that I like, you call it adversity, that I've always had to overcome, even as a child. Because I
mhm,
mean, people in Monaco can tell you that when I was young, I used to do shows, pageants for young girls.
mhm,
Every time I would tell my mother, let's get some sponsors, she would help me out and all of that. And
mhm,
it's like, I've always, like you said, you're an advocate. I've always had that domineering spirit. Like, I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to create changes in my unique way. I've always been that type of lady, even as a child. But like I said, there is always, when you have a dream, when you have a goal, and I don't know, I'm just going through it. Even right now, I'm still having to work through adversities where life is really teaching me to no longer, put my focus on it anymore. So you no longer become angry. You no longer become, I mean, yes, you're going to feel frustrated because you could see that, all you want is just people to believe in you. And thankfully, I have that. Thankfully,
mhm.
I have people in my corner who, they listen. I'm so grateful from where I was and where I am going right now. I'm so grateful. And
Mhm,
like I said about, just having to overcome certain situations, right? I feel
mhm.
like it has just really maybe changed my perspective on a lot of things. Because when I
Okay.
look at the world, it's like, before, my goal was, I want to be a star, I want to be this, I want to be that. And so right now I'm forced to define or redefine what it means to be a star. Because the truth is, all of us, every one of us, there's nobody who's better than us. There's nobody. We can look at people and put them on a platform and say, help me, help me. But guess what? At the end of the day, nobody owes us anything. At the end of the day, it's like, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm still a star, whether or not
Yes.
50,000 people follow me, whether or not, I'm always going to be who I am. And I feel
Okay.
that is the most gratifying feeling that I'm starting to
Mhm,
understand. Because sometimes
mhm,
when you go through, a lot of adversity, people, creating your narrative, it's like, what that teaches you now is to just take your own power and to empower yourself, to no longer give people, that, before I used to just want people to speak up for me, to tell,
mhm.
and they would see what was going wrong with society. They would say in behind the scenes, Nickler, yes, that's wrong what they did to you. I could see that. But now I'm learning to no longer give people my voice, because
So, let me. I know you. It's a lot to take in. Oh my gosh!
well, you did call it revelations with Nickler, and
Yes,
so
yes,
I'm
yes.
telling
So let's backtrack a little bit, okay?
you. Hmm.
So you wanted to be a singer.
Hmm.
Now I know I've listened to what you said, and I have so many points I want to ask you just on just the things that you said. But I wanted to ask you this: you discovered from the time you were born that this is what you were born to be,
Hmm.
and I know when we set on a set on a path to our dream, there are gonna be challenges. There are gonna be things that are gonna be able to bring us down, pull us down.
Yes.
So, what were some of the challenges that you faced on that journey that you're in right now? Give us some of the negatives and then some of the positives. And if I put my finger up like this, I just want to ask you a question because you like me, you like to talk. So I want you to talk, but I want to be able to us engage in the conversation. So, what were some of the challenges that you have faced while on that journey to finding Nickler Dorville?
If I had to sum it up with one word, I would say obstacles. And I think that is something everybody goes through obstacles. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's no different from you.
Mm-hmm.
We all have gone through our unique, set of challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't want to go into too much of the details because it will just get me passionate again. But what I will say that it is very sad that as a young girl, I'm not young anymore because I'm getting older, but I want to put it out there and I want to use that platform to say that because now is the time I'm starting to speak up for myself. I don't care who is offended. I'm not calling out names, but I'm saying, it is very sad that when we see someone with potential, especially as women, I'm talking about women, because it's sad that a girl like me, I had to go through most of my challenges not having the right women to provide me with the guidance that I felt
Mm-hmm.
I deserved to have. And
Mm-hmm.
rather than that, what I get is stigma. I get, you know, all sorts of things, Nicola this, Nicola, I'm always the problem because I know what I want, I know what is right, and I can think for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so, one of the hindrances, let's get back into your question. Now, I think besides obstacles, having to face obstacle, what type of obstacles? Suppression,
Mm-hmm.
suppression, suppression. And it goes back to the point that I'm saying here, where, there are so many women, right? They could see that, okay, this is a lady here. I mean, this is a society where everything is about men. This is a society, it's a misogynistic society. And if people want to say otherwise, they know that they're not being honest with themselves. It is a world where women, it is very hard, especially when you have I'm not going to go into, I'm going to just start saying, but it is really difficult as a woman, especially when you have a private part that is a female, and that is of a female organ, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you get judged, you get labeled, you get denigrated, especially from women. I think it's really hard. Like, it's already so hard, like, for women having to deal with a lot of issues from men, especially if you're trying to make it in the industry. But
Mm-hmm.
when you have women who's supposed to lift you up and show you the right way, it's shameful, it's disgraceful. And instead, what do we get? Girls like me, this, you're a slut, you're a this, you're a that, you're a this. But where were them when we needed them to show us the way? So that's
You
what I,
know,
yeah.
it is said that we have these behaviors. That's not what I wanted to say, but I'm going to use behaviors prevalent among us today as women. Because I have seen a lot of very talented women. I have I've seen a lot of talent. And one of the things that I hear a lot, both from both sides, especially from the women, is that they don't have support. They don't have support. And it is important, especially as Black women, that we stand up with each other, that we push each other forward and build each other up rather than tear each other down. Okay. When you win, believe it or not, I win. And when I win, you win. And so I find it is very degrading to our I don't want to use the wrong words right here. It is very degrading when our own sex, okay, our own sex are going to dig a hole for us and drop us in it. And a lot of times people don't understand that these are the things that bring about mental challenges. The other kind of things that bring about where women just feel like they're worth nothing and they're going to do anything to get anything. And I can relate to you. But what I've learned and I've understood is this. I have learned it's easier for some women to tune out the noise and polish your crown.
That's a good one. Mm-hmm.
Tune out the noise and polish your crown. You are a queen. You are royalty. You were born with your own special gift. No one is going to take care of that as you will and will want that more than you.
Mm-hmm.
You are the one who knows where your journey, you know your vision. And we have to learn to build each other up and to help each other. Like my poem says, help me adjust that crown. I am a queen like you. Help me adjust that crown and not tear me down. So I understand how passionate you are about you. And I understand it is not easy growing up in an industry where you know you have the talent, you know you can do it. And yet still without that support, without the people pushing you forward, you can't, you're not, it's not like you're not gonna get to where you want to, you know, Nickler. There's a hindrance.
Yes. Yes. But I'm not, when I say the things that I say, like I said, people, they create their narrative about Nickler. But what I will say, it's not coming from a place of hatred or anger, right? It's coming from a place of deep passion. Because look, I'm getting older. What am I going to do? I have two daughters, right? Two daughters. And when I say to you that I had to learn to get my own self-respect because I realized I can't get that in other people. I had to learn how to gain my own self-worth.
No one is gonna do that for you.
Nobody taught me about self-worth. I'm telling you honestly, nobody taught me about self-worth. Nobody taught me about self-respect. Nobody taught me about these things. It is going through these types of experiences that have led me here. And so what I'm saying here is that as much as we like to speak about what is wrong with society, now I'm talking about what is the solution. Because I mean, experience can only make you wiser, Cindy.
It's the
And
best teacher.
Rather than blaming people, yes, this transpired, and I'm talking about my story. I'm not, because people like to take my life and they like to create their own narrative about my life. So thank you for giving me that platform for me to speak about my life that I walk in, because I walk in my own shoe, right? And so, it's like right now I'm a mother, right? So put some respect on Nickler's name. I'm a mother, right? And I'm not just talking about women, with children. I mean, for all women, we should be very respectful towards women, right? But at the same time, sometimes, it's like you have to understand certain things in life, things that, maybe this is what I chose for myself, maybe because now it just changes my outlook, my vision. Now it's like I'm realigning what I used to chase before. I don't want it. I don't want it. They can have it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Because if you have to sell your self-worth and you have to sell all of the things that I've been there, I've experienced, and you have to do all of these things for you to gain certain things, I don't want it. I would prefer to choose a path that will make me feel that if I were to leave this earth, that the king, whoever that is, I'm good. And that's why I'm talking about nobody can judge us. Nobody can judge you. Nobody can judge me. Everybody always feel like they can do this to people. I can expose your life. I can do it. You can do nothing. You can't do nothing. Because at the end of the day, we all are walking through our unique paths. Maybe Nickler did not make it the way that she expected to, but that's okay, because guess what? Every disappointment is a what? A blessing. Because
and let the negativity fuel your fire to do whatever you have to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Let it fuel your fire. So now that we know that Nickler Okay, I love your name so much. It's so unique.
You.
Now that we know that Nika has, gone through her challenges and everything, and then she's on a different path. And I love what I see. I love the fire. I love the passion. What is Nicola doing now in that new role she has taken up for herself, and she in that new life that she's building, that new understanding that she has? What is Nicola doing now?
I'm doing many different things, many different things. And what makes me so happy about what I'm doing, I'll get into the details, is that it really makes me feel good inside. To me, that is the best feeling. I'm very serious. Like you can look outside for external things. You could think like, I want this, I want that. But trust me, you see when you are living within your heart and you're not doing things for the approval of other people, there is a feeling, like a soul gratifying feeling that makes you feel like you're walking in purpose. And that is, oh, I have made it. I have made it in life. And one of the things that I do, like I mean, I work with a lot of people from all around the world. Many people know me as a reader. I get to use my gifts because as an artist, when I say I write music, it's like I channel music. You're right. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
channeler. I channel things and they
Mm-hmm.
come to me. And so it's kind of like my gifts, they start expanding and I can be of more service to other people in other ways. And Cindy, I even
Mm-hmm.
help people tap into their own passions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like the story of what we call a wounded healer. Someone
Mm-hmm.
has walked through the fire of feeling rejection from the world.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who has walked through the fire of feeling, you know, just suppressed and ostracized and all of that. And so now when I meet people in the world, it's like my story becomes their story because they are going through unique experiences. And so
Mm-hmm.
I use my, I like talking. I like to talk. So I
Yes.
use it, just sitting down and reading people and feeling their vibe. It's a gift that I've been given. And, I also work as a holistic health practitioner where
Mm-hmm.
people, they come to me, they have physical health issues, and I'm able to give them the right remedies and it works. I'm so grateful that I can do that to be of service to the world. And then my music, of course, it's taking a turn where it's like, I'm not blaming anybody for anything anymore. I'm not giving anybody any more power. I'm very grateful, and I want to say thank you to the DJs who have been supporting me. Thank you to no, I mean, I used to get a lot of support for the DJs, but something transpired, and somebody will have to answer that in a different forum why that happened, right? But
Okay.
at the end of the day, it's like what I'm saying here is that, it's like I am taking accountability for the changes that I would like to see for the world that I would like to live in.
If you
You
want,
understand?
if you want to see change, you got to be the change.
You have to be the change. And so
Mm-hmm.
right now I have a beautiful growing community and I have my beautiful friends, Angel. I know you're watching on this live. And many other people who are coming in and giving us that global support, especially for genuine artists in St. Lucia who deserve a platform to share their gifts. And
Okay.
so,
Awesome. So before we continue, I have been so rude to my viewers because usually I would say hello to my viewers to acknowledge who's there, but the conversation is so interesting. Okay, so let me say hello to those who are watching. We have Angelo. Good evening to you. She said roses and hearts. She said many people believe in you, Nickler Dorville, Nickler, and she says speak your truth. Vig, I'm very bad at names. Okay, so Vignesh says hi, Nicola R. Dorville. Hi, I love you. And he said, kisses, kisses. Oh my gosh, the love, the love. And we also have who's watching here tonight on like Velma St. Catherine. We have Cletus Henry, Sophia Joseph. Hi, Sophia. We have Larry Seria. Hi, Larry. Sonia Holder. Hi, Sonia. Jesse Leo. We have Gilroy Camsell. We have Kitty Constantin. Hi. We have Debbie Herford Purdy. Hi, Debbie. Oh my gosh, we have some beautiful people on here tonight. Yes. Thank you so much for viewing, joining us in Poetry and Perspective with Placid. We have the beautiful Nickler Dorville. Like she said, Nickler E. Guys, she has so many things that beneath I wouldn't say beneath your belt, I would say above your belt, eh? She is so talented, and Nicola has gone through her own adversities. Now, as if it is too sensitive for you to answer, and you feel that you don't want to, please tell me it's too hard for you. But I would like, as a mental health, advocate, I would like to ask you about that. And if it's too much for you, do not answer. If you don't feel you don't want to say, I don't want to do that, okay? But you have gone through your own mental challenges to the point where it became really severe, right? Bonjour, Richie. How are you? Mwah. That's Richie Wardrobe. So tell me about that part of your life.
Well, one thing I know, because when you mentioned it, mental health is something that it is, like people laugh at it, they find it funny. But the truth is, I think all of us, we have a mental health problem to some degree. No, I'm very serious.
I always say, well, all of us have a loose screw somewhere,
Everybody has gone through some trauma. I'm not going to
Yes.
sit and pretend like, oh, I have mental health. Listen, look at on Facebook, you're going to see a lot of people, they have undiagnosed mental health, and that's a fact. But nevertheless, I mean, like I said, I'm not just speaking for myself. I'm speaking for, my people, because I know Angel is on the live as well. And, what was your question, Cindy? What do you want to know about?
I wanted to find out that period in your life. I know you suffered with some mental, issues, and it took you to a very low point. So I wanted to know what was that period like for you, what took you to that point, and how you were able to come out of it. What helped you come out?
Okay. So first and foremost, I feel like for me, I'm talking for myself, it is a process of healing. It is still a journey, an ongoing journey. There are moments where I'm happy, where I'm good, and there are moments where it just, it's like a dark cloud. And I'm sure many people who know about depression, it's like sometimes you're up here and then you have these triggers. So when I was in that the darkest place here, right? I mean, it's a place like, you feel isolated. You feel like, at that point where it's like you're alone. You are alone, and it's like there could be so many beautiful things happening around you, but you can't see not one good thing here, because all you are is just, you're just in that dark place. It's like a dark cloud, and you just wanted to come out, move. And so for me, like, and I mean, I work with people who are dealing with specific mental health issue, particularly OCD, because that's something I suffer with. I mean, when I say OCD, I'm not talking about, like cleaning, wanting to clean. I'm talking about OCD where you keep ruminating about certain things, and it just doesn't. And then, complex PTSD as well. That's something that, but what I do right now is that I try not to feel sorry for myself anymore. And I feel like that has helped. And I say that to my friends as well, who are also having their own, mental challenges, mental health challenges. And I mean, I don't like to talk about just, me being, I just don't like feeling sorry for myself, because when we talk about these things, yes, it's good to talk about it, but we don't want to reaffirm it. Like, we don't want to, sometimes you can end up triggering yourself by even going back there. And so what I do for me is that I learn how to self-regulate, and I find what works for me. I always try to stay in my heart and not in my head. Because, the things that we've learned about society, like everything that we've learned or we've been taught to believe about ourselves, it's a lie. Most of it is a lie. There are going to be
Mhm.
people that are going to say, Nickler is this, Nickler is that. And you believe it. At first, you believe it. So you walk in shame, you walk in all sorts of things, and you start carrying these things. And then as you,
Until you find yourself and find who you are.
yeah. So actually, having a breakdown is actually a breakthrough in itself, right? It's like if you get it, you get it. It's kind of like, when you go through near death experiences, it's kind of like some people, they get the call, but they don't answer the call. And
Mm-hmm.
so, I mean, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy. Like I said, when you're living in your heart and you no longer care about, and I'm very serious. I don't give a shit. I know you said we don't use no foul language. It's coming out, Cindy. It's coming out. Anyway, forget about it.
I
But
want
yeah,
the babies to watch the show, okay?
but it's true. Like I'm just like, like it's like at this point, I cannot feel sorry for myself. And I tell my
Mhm.
friends all the time, wake up. We're not gonna sit here. We're not gonna stay in that dark cloud. We're gonna find the things that makes us want to live. We're gonna
Mhm.
find the things that enliven us, right?
Mhm.
And whatever that is going on, all that noise, we just move away from that. We block it.
Yes.
We block it.
Yes.
We're taking back our power. This is
Yes.
not
You
what God wants for us, right? This is not what life
exactly.
wants. Life wants us to be happy. We're
Yes.
the ones
You
like,
Nicola, it is so important, that point that you made. Like we each of us, oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. But you said each of us carried a different weight or something to that effect. I can remember the PTSD is kicking in now. but
yeah.
but but one of the things, I this is about you, but I also want to, everybody carry they deal with it differently. But
Yes.
I've also learned not to be a victim. We have to get out of that victim mentality.
Mhm.
Oh, woe is me, poor me, I did this. I know for a fact, some people, it bring triggers. When they talk about it, it bring back triggers. But for me, what talking about it did for me was it opened me up to who I was, who I could become, and it helped me deal and take out, just blot out the negativity, even if it wasn't all at one time, but a little bit at a time, and just to find myself and to find my purpose. For a lot of people who do not know, I have tried to take my life about 6 times. I have tried to take my life about 6 times. And if it wasn't for that autistic child that I have today, who walked into the room and I put the whole bottle of oxycodone in my mouth and ready to swallow it, and he burst out the heartiest laughter you could think of, I would have been a dead woman and not able to speak to anybody right now. And it had to take me that last experience for me to understand, for me to tell myself, you are worth it. No matter what people think about you, you are worth it. You are beautiful. Okay, whether they think you have talent or not, you are talented. Whether they think that you don't have the best booty, or you don't have the nicest face, or your breast is too big, you are what God created. You are worth it. And I had to get out of my own head and out of my own way. I had to start living, you
Yeah.
know. And I went on a journey to become the best version of myself possible. And I'm telling you, when I started this show, I heard a lot of the noise. She's doing this for money. She wants recognition. She did. I block all of it out.
Mhm. Mhm.
This is what I wanted to do, because I said, if I could just have one person, not all of those who talking their nonsense. If I could just have one person acknowledge and find themselves motivated, find their power, get that power, I would have accomplished my goal. And when I hear people talk, they say, Cindy, your show has helped me. Your show has done this. I'm going like, don't give me the thank the Most High. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be alive today. And for me to be able to find that power in me, let me tell you, people look at me and they say I'm the happiest person in the world. I do have my moments of depression. I do have my moments I just want to pack myself in a call and forget about even my children. But you know what? Talking about it, that was my way of dealing with it. You know?
Yes.
And so each of us have our own way. So I commend you for getting out of there, whatever way works for you.
Mm-hmm.
My viewers, whatever way works for you. As long as it's not going to take you back to that place where you are going to just get deeper, deeper into that depression. If it means just going every day, going in the on the in the sea water and just flapping your wings like you are flapping your hands like you are fish, but do it, because we
Yes.
all need to have that mental clarity. We all need to have that peace of mind. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like you. I'm getting emotional. Okay, so
Oh, I'm here for. That's what I came here for. I came for
yes.
that. You know, it's good to inspire and it's good to be inspired. And whilst you were speaking, all I can think about is, you found your strength. And I feel like, it's not just your strength, it's your inner strength. Because a lot of the times we always want other people to carry us. And I mean, there's nothing wrong. We have to support each other. Yes, we do. When somebody is, we need to sometimes be a listening ear. But at the end of the day, we have to teach people how to tune into their own inner strength, because it's I mean that is where you're going to find the healing. I mean, yes, you can have friends who are going to lift you up, but when you go to bed and the depression hits you, you're only there with yourself. So it's you, right? It's you. It has to be, so if we can teach people to become more dependent on themselves, rather than just always feeling like, talk to me. Sometimes I mean I have people around me, they want to talk 24/7 because I'm a nurturer. I have 2 kids, I nurture people, but I'm also learning that I am not responsible for other people. They have to save themselves, and we need to teach people how to save themselves a lot. And listen, yesterday I was speaking to someone, and I noticed, like there was this particular person here. Every time she posts, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm this, I'm sick, and every time. And let me tell you something. All I feel bad. I mean, nobody wants to hear that other people are feeling sick, but I realize like a lot of people like to stay in victimhood, and what happens is that they make themselves feel worse than they actually are. Because remember, it's all in the mind, right? It's all happening up here. If we tell ourselves, I, I'm depressed. I'm depressed. Yes, we are depressed. I acknowledge I am depressed. But what am I doing to get out of it? Some people like to stay in it. There's a
Mm-hmm.
difference, right? And so, yeah, I just wanted to share that.
Thank you so much. That was very powerful. We need to get out of it. We need to get
Mhm.
out of it, because sometimes I wrote a poem called Drowning, and it started by, I'm drowning in a sea of crippling pain. Strength my heart want to regain. And at the end of the poem, it says, can you hear my plea? Can you please, Tosh, the last part says, can you please save me? And after I revisited that poem, I realized that I was begging myself to save myself.
Mm. Mhm.
Although it was a plea to ask somebody else to save me, can you hear my plea? Can you hear my cry? But I was literally like drowning in my own sorrows, in my own the trauma that I faced, the rape that I went through, the molestations, the beatings, the domestic violence. You understand? All the things that I went through, I was literally like begging myself to, Cindy, don't you realize nobody's gonna come and save you? You have to save yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know we have drifted away from the topic, but I'm
Mm.
gonna come back. We're
It's
coming back.
we're not running, huh? We just drifting and we flowing and going.
Yes, yes, yes. So Nicola, now I want to talk about what you're actively doing right now. We have had so Nicola and I've had so many conversations, and they've been long. And I'm telling you, I always love listening to you because you speak with a passion. And one of the passions that you have is to help other artists like yourself who have been put in the back burner. You have found you're a very vocal person. I realize that you're a very vocal person, but you also use your voice for good, to help lift others up and to help them, show their talent. So what have you been doing in that regard to help other artists like yourself who don't have a platform, who don't have, like a lot of other people, have a place to show their talent, their music? What have you done in that regard to help them?
Well, I started a movement called St. Lucia Music Society. And as a matter of fact, let me start with two. Okay, get ready because I'm gonna talk a lot, right?
Yeah.
But no, seriously, I think it's so important that I say this because in
Uh,
2000 and was it 2015? I was given a beautiful opportunity by a lovely man, gentleman, and I want to say thank you, Mr. Val Ross. Yes, let's call him out. Let's give people their flowers right now, right?
mhm,
Mr. Valros, I asked and I said to him, Mr. Valros, I would like to do a program on your radio station, RFI, Radio Free Ionola. And he
mhm,
opened his doors for me. He gave me an opportunity. And I started this, I started my movement. And I had a show called In the Mix. So this is not something that I just start all of a sudden I'm doing.
mhm,
I've been doing it since
mhm,
2015. And at that time I was not, I was in the music industry. Like I was doing stuff like taking part in Calypso, da 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 da. But
mhm,
at the time I was more focused on a program and becoming more of like a media personality at that time.
mhm,
And so I came up with this idea to start a program called In the Mix. And boy, things just naturally take a turn because I was not focused on promoting artists or anything like that. It's like when you have a purpose, like God
mhm,
just always has a way to navigate you in that. Like whatever, like it's just a natural alignment. Like Nicola, you have to do that. Like I don't, I just go with it, right? And
mhm,
so I started helping artists who were not getting airplay, right? They were complaining
mhm.
they were not getting airplay. So I would use my platform to play their music. And I would be, my voice loud. People don't like it. Play their music. They don't like it. But it's the truth. Play the music. Play the
No
music.
cassette. No cassette.
I know you want me. Play the music. Play their music. And I'm not just talking about, one set of ads. I'm talking about the musicians who are contributing to the beauty of your country. Play their music. We have Cosmic Rhythm. We have
Mhm,
all of these artists that deserve to be seen. And these are our legends. Play their music. So I decided
mhm,
to play their music since nobody are really taking them on. Because, everybody was talking and telling me, Nikki, they're playing my music, So I say, you see my little RFI there? What Mr. Varos give me? I go start my movement there. And so I
mhm,
started from there. And then, then I had kids. And so, the thing changed. And then recently, after going through, again, a lot of, just being ostracized by my own people, like as if everybody just want to run with whatever narrative they hear about Nicola. Okay, nobody's asking Nicola. Everybody just stopped playing my music. They stopped. I don't know where, but I could use the word blackball or whatever it is, but they just stopped playing my music. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I leave it to God. Whatever. However, I decided, you know what? I'm not going to argue about it, even though they sideline me. Let's call it as it is, because people are asking, "Where are you, Nicola?" They're calling me behind the scenes and telling me, "Nicola, you performing? Yeah. So why y'all not talking about it? Go and tell the people that. So why y'all telling me that for? Y'all see what's going on. Y'all talking behind the scenes." Anyways,
mhm,
moving forward, I said, you see me, I'm not going to argue because at the end of the day, people don't owe me nothing. You understand that? People don't owe, listen, we think people owe us things. People don't owe us nothing. We owe ourselves everything. And so what I
mhm,
decided to do, I went back into my movement. I said, you know what? I want to be the change that I would like to see because right now, I am not just a media personality anymore. I am an artist that have created music, right? If you listen to Tindai, I tell you, people were calling me Nicola. When I used to do interviews, the radio announcers, they would say, Nicola, that's your breakthrough song. So what happened?
and we are going to play this in a few minutes.
What happened?
Mhm,
But going back to St. Lucia Music Society, so this is a platform here where, I've taken the initiative, right, for
mhm,
me to promote myself and the artists of St. Lucia who are actively contributing to the beauty of our beautiful country. They have music that is like when you listen, you say, wow, these people need a platform. Nobody's
mhm,
giving it to them. So what are we going to do? We have to find ways to create our own opportunities. And so I have
mhm,
vision. And that's why I'm going to, I have a show coming up. I'm going to be launching it sometime in August called Truth Be Told. And these
mhm,
artists, I'm going back on RFI, and these artists, I don't know where life is going to take us, but I believe in my heart that everything that I went through, that's just my experience. Nobody cares. No, but it's my story, right? That's my story. There must be something more. And I'm just here to find out. So I'm just doing what I feel is in my heart, right? With the St. Lucia Music Society. So that's what it's about.
Beautiful. And let me tell you, this is where you have, but what I want to use is, this is where you have shown your power, that you are not going to let your past, whatever you went through, define you, but you're going to build your own path.
Oh, yes.
To build something beautiful. And even if there was ostracism, you are going to take the initiative to be better, not to treat others the way you were treated. And I think that's beautiful. Let me see, who do we have on here? We're going to get the comments, okay? And when we listen, after these comments, we are going to play one of Nickler's songs. I'm going to play about 2 songs, but I love these 2 songs, and I think you're going to love too. So we cannot have an artist here and they don't sing, but look, I make you sing. I want to make you sing. So you have to sing for us. So Angela said, she said she's watching from Australia. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Angel, yes. Welcome. Wow, Australia in the house. So we have Lisa Saint-Gilles Baptiste. Hi, sweetheart. She said, well said. We have Natalia Stetony. Oh, hi, honey. She said, get our power back. Good discussion. Thank you so much. And Lisa said, clapping hands. So thank you. Neil Seria said, very well said, both of you. Thank you for sharing it. It's important to express yourself. Don't keep things bottled up. Amen to that. And we have Angel says, so sorry we went through Cindy. Yes, thank you so much. It has helped me through a lot, you know, just being able to go through this. I always ask myself, why not me? I don't want to give that burden to somebody else. And Mairi, I cannot pronounce your name. Mairi.
Mary
Okay.
from Canada girl.
Canada. Okay, all right. That's a different spelling. And we have Al Henry watching from the UK late night. I'm up. Have a chat with Russell Lake about music and promotion. Yes, he will listen to you. And Al Henry said, hi, Lisa Saint-Gilles Baptiste. Okay, we have a connection here right now. Everybody saying that. I love it. And so we also have on here, I'm just seeing what we have over here. We also have Morphus, who's watching us. Morphus Alfred, he's the president of the St. Lucia Association of Georgia, so welcome. We have Delia Henry. We have Lauren Dorville. Hey, sis, how are you? So we have a lot of people, and for Virgil Burke, and for all those who are watching, and I cannot see you guys. Welcome to Poetry and Perspective with Placid. I'm telling you, discussion. I don't even want to leave it, but let me tell you something. We are going to listen to one of Nickler's talks now. I'm going to play it in the background for you to hear, and then I'm going to play the new song that I am in love with. The new song that she has. I am so in love with that song, Nickler. You have no clue. So I'm going to play it in the background for you to hear. Let me get to my settings. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Sorry. So let me see. Hold on.
Of a matter. So I'm a big girl now. I could still give you someone tonight. In our younger days, we would play those ring games all the time. Now that I'm older, I still wanna give it to you. Set this wolf on fire, damn I'm high. A ring of roses, back and full of poses. La margarita, gotta keep my body pumping. I know you want more tonight, so my mind like you I want to hear love, like I want more tonight, tonight, like I want tonight, tonight for tonight, like I want tonight, yeah. Come work my body, I know you like it, baby. Come work my body, baby. Now that you in the ring, your turn, baby, come and dance with me. In our younger days, boy, I know you had your eyes on me, so let me give it to you. I know you want more fire, more to your love, work it, baby. Come work my body, baby.
Like you, oh tonight, the things that you do, oh tonight, the things that you say, oh tonight, the way that you move, tonight, you will be my prayer. Even when you're gone, you feel so there.
Gonna make them say they are tonight. What kind of mood tonight? Tonight, good tonight. What kind of mood tonight? Yeah, yeah. Come work my body.
Resilient risers. This is Nickler Dorville's Tindai. Now, all the solutions are here. Tell me what you all know about Tindai.
We want to hear you all, eh?
We want to hear you all. What you know about Tindai? While I'm looking for the comments and I'm waiting to hear the comments about Tindai, I want to say a special welcome to all those who are watching from every part of the world. London, we have Canada, we also have Ghana watching, and of course from Australia. We have Thomas Fofu from Ghana. Al said behave. We have my good friend here, Albert Dantes. How are you, sweetheart? And let me see who we have. I always like to say hello to because Neil Seria, he just gave you some all kind of he have all kind of emojis going on here.
Neil, big up yourself, Neil. I see you.
Yes, yeah, we have emojis going on here.
Supporting me, and I want to say thank you, Neil. I see sometimes your name pops up and I want to say thank you. I know we come from Monrepo, so thank you for your support as a fellow Monrepo. Like we from Monrepo, so thank you for your support, Neil. I appreciate it a lot.
I remember that. Thank you so much for that. I remember that song Tindai. Boy, Tindai. I can sing it. No Nickler Dorville. Tindai.
Let's go.
Tindai. Yes, and I'm going like, oh my gosh. So when I heard that version, I'm going like, this is so beautiful because you put your own twist and your own rhythm to it, and then you put I'm going like, this was just so beautiful.
Thank you.
This is really beautiful. Yeah, it was really beautiful. Wow. So Nickler, you have a new track out called Fiction. Man, that song. Have you heard Fiction?
Ask them again.
Have you heard Fiction? Okay. Now, people from St. Lucia, you all know what Fiction is. So you all know about the rub down and everything.
Come on, let's talk about the Fiction.
Yeah, so we're gonna let Nickler tell us about Fiction, then we're gonna listen to the words of the song.
Yes. Fiction. I think St. Lucians who are here, they know. I mean, everybody has their own unique definition of Fiction. But one of the things that I want to do, and I'm so happy that you played Tindai as well as Fiction, because these are the two songs that I've done for the culture, for my country, St. Lucia. And I just want to continue, sometimes I want to just continue the things that what I grew up in. I want to hear it. Right? Like my children, they will come in and say, Mommy, what is Tindai? Mommy, what is Fiction? And coming to your question, what is Fiction? So here's the thing. When I wrote that song, Cindy, like I said, I don't come and say, like, I'm going to write a song, Fiction. Like I said, I write music. It comes to me. Music chose me. I didn't choose it. It doesn't leave me alone. When I tell you, leave me alone, you're not taking me far. Leave me alone. I just have to do the thing. It's crazy.
Yes.
So I decided, I was going to write a song. And at that time, I was working with a producer. And he sent me a beat. And I said, I like that. I like that beat. I like the beat. I'm not sure if I like it that much, but I like it. Something about it. And so I took a pen. I took my paper. I sat outside. And then I'm writing the lines. Come here, baby, let me, da-da. And then I'm like, I got the Fiction for you. So I'm thinking to myself, Fiction? I like that. So I took that. And and then I took, thankfully we have a dictionary at home, a Creole dictionary, just to make sure, because I know fixio means, when I was younger, my mother used to take me, to these people that used to rub you. They used to put the turmeric, and when they say we are blessed, right? So that's the
Yes,
fixio. Trust me, Cindy, that used to work. Okay, it used to
it
work.
did. It
Okay.
did.
So then I decided to write that song Fixio, and I found the dictionary. It said, it gave me the right meaning. So I said, you know what, that's a good song. I gotta go with that. But then what I like to do is I like to sit down and really get into the nitty-gritty of my songs, because when I write my songs, I don't just write songs. Y'all are hearing one thing, but trust me, if you listen, if you have a spiritual ear, if you're somebody who's very, inclined, like spiritually inclined, you will hear the juice of what it is that I'm trying to say. No joke for you. I read that comment.
I have to put that on the screen.
Yeah. Anyways, that's what we're talking about. Let's talk. So yes. So then, but fixio for me means, when I think about fixio, I mean, what is it that I want as a St. Lucian, right? I want healing. I want healing for myself. I want to go to the sulfur spring when my friends, Angel, and them, they come and they say, Nickler, we're coming to St. Lucia. I want to give them the fixio, for their mental health problems. I want to take them all over St. Lucia where, we have the fixio, we have the healing, we have you. And we need to remember that as St. Lucian people, because I forgot. I forgot. I'm telling you, I wanted to. I actually need to. Why do you have the comment? We used to take the shitty 12. Trust me, that's a put my they put the caterpillar in there. Trust me, I have all the fixos. Trust me, I know I'm the queen of fixio. I can tell you what is fixio. But yeah, so it's like coming back to that time where we remember, our power as Saint Lucian people. And of course, not just St. Lucian people, but everybody from around the world. We have that fixio, we have that healing, that natural ability to make ourselves feel better. Even though I say, do darling, when you fix your about, I have the fixio for you. What I'm saying here is, I have the fixio. Let me fix you. Let me make you feel better. But it transcends beyond just a man and a woman. It's about, come to my country. We have the sulfur spring. When you bathe in that water, you feel rejuvenated. When you come into nature, this is our country, St. Lucia. She is the queen of fixio. And we have to remember that as St. Lucian people. So I hope that song can remind many of us who are very, cultural people to come back to, that time when these older people would rub us and we would feel good. This is our country. This is when you come to St. Lucia, you will always feel good. And we should never, take that for granted. So that's the meaning behind fixio for me,
Well, both physically and emotionally, we got the fixio. I'm telling you, when people go to St. Lucia, they don't want to come back. They feel the difference. My oldest son, after 23 years, he went back to St. Lucia and he did not want to come back. He said now he understands why we are the way we are.
Can I also touch on something here? I also think it's so important that we remember that we are mystical people. We are this country has some very potent vibe about it, right? I think all countries have their beautiful essence, but our country, there is so much to unravel. And I think as St. Lucians, and for those of you who are listening to us outside, come to St. Lucia and unravel your mystery, because trust me, you see, if they gave me to sell St. Lucia for them, I'd sell that for you, because I can tell you, sometimes I just go outside, Mother Nature just talk to me, and it's all St. Lucia. It is, we are, listen, when people say, I can't stand that girl not going with my spirit, you don't hear St. Lucians that say, they just feel the thing, they know. My mala. Man, fix you about but seriously, y'all, it's we are a resilient people, and there
Mhm.
is a lot of mystery and mysticism that we need to unravel and get really into our roots. I want to
Mhm.
get back into our roots. I forgot. I'm not coming here and telling everybody that. But I took y'all back to Tindai. What did y'all do? Y'all blackball my song. Y'all not playing my song. It's, y'all don't want to. Well, but it's the truth. It's the reality. A lot of the children, when I go to Monaco, they're like, Nickler, that's you. That's your song. The children
Yes.
hear it. So play it for the
So
children.
yeah. So with that said, let's listen to
Fiction.
Fiction. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen this time. Okay, guys. So let me say. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Okay. Do the darling, when it fix you about. You gotta work the body, work the body, work the body, work the body. Come here, oh baby, let me feel your vibe. Heard you weren't doing too well, well, it's alright. I got sunshine, baby. Come, baby, come heal it, boy. Brace your body, baby. Massage your back, yeah, you like it, boy. You feel revived and you're coming back alive. That juicy remedy make you feel so nice. Your appetite, baby, what do you like? Quench up your first pure love pouring inside. I got the fiction for you. I'll show you what my love can do. I'll show you what my love can do for you, darling. I got the fiction for you. Darling, I got the fiction for you. For you. When it fix your apple, dis-moi qu'il a ouvert les doudous. Photo by C, photo by là. When it fix your apple, sweet love and I got the remedy. Make you feel better, feel real happy. Do, 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 do. Yeah. You feel revived and you're coming back alive. That juicy remedy make you feel so nice. Your appetite, baby, what do you like? Quench up your first pure love pouring inside. I got the fiction for you. I'll show you what my love can do. I'll show you what my love can do for you, darling. I got the fixture for you. Darling, I got the fixture for you. For you. Hey, who want the fixture? Oh my gosh. Let me stop this. Who want the fixture? Somebody was asking, they say they malad. Who want the fixture?
Photocall.
Yes, let me see. Oh my gosh, this talk is so beautiful. I love it.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. And I hope many others who are listening, I hope you guys like it. You feel a vibe, man. You feel a vibe. And support me. Give me a like. Follow me. Do something. Show me some
Yes,
support.
subscribe to our channel on YouTube, And somebody said, share this live. It is important, guys. I have been preaching all the time. If you like what I'm doing and if you want people to know about those guests, it's not about me. It's about those guests that I'm bringing here to showcase their talents and their stories. Share my life. Share my lives. Bring people on the show. When you say I promote these things, bring as many as you can, because you don't know who else is going to be able to have that platform, their songs or whatever, their talents on that platform. So share their lives, guys. Listen, I'm having so many comments tonight. It's just I cannot even read all of them. But Abba Dante said, I'm putting it on the screen, I'm putting you on blast. He's dead. I remember you, Nickler, when I'm Prime Minister of St. Lucia. How would you like to be my Mistress of Culture?
Love that. Will I be the ambassador of St. Lucia?
Yeah.
So I can represent for you and your people, Mr. Prime Minister.
Oh my gosh, Natalie said so true. No place like home. I'm telling you, we have some amazing talent out of St. Lucia. We have so many people doing some amazing, amazing, amazing work, and their work is not being heard. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to just name this Poetry and Perspective with Placide, because I want our St. Lucia, not just the Caribbean people, but mostly I will start getting St. Lucians, but I'm all over now with everybody. I want our work, our talent to have, even if there's a little space that I have, maybe somebody will just scroll on my page and see, let me see what she has, and you will see somebody, they can discover somebody, they can help. And this is what I want for us, I'm a people's person and I love people. I know my boundaries with everybody, but I love people. I love to see people grow and to see people succeed. It brings me pleasure. It brings me joy. So guys, listen, share this life and listen to me. Give me some stars. Send 200 stars. Send me some stars. Listen, you asked what you want, So who said DJ Makla? Hi, DJ Makla. He said, you are our sunshine. Yes, you are our sunshine. And I had not spoken to Nickler. Prior to our first conversation about coming on the show. But I always listen to her music. Once her mom told me about her music, I listened to her music, and I believe it or not, I listen to her music all the time. And she has one with one of those sexy black skirts. Very popular. I said, okay, Nickler. Yeah, I put you glass. It was, so you can pave the way for so many young St. Lucians. You are paving the way. I will say that you are paving the way, and continue to use your voice. I know it's so much past our time, but continue using your voice.
Thank you.
To build others up. And not only that, while you're building others up, you are finding yourself, you are finding more things about you that makes you who you are, and never deviate from who you are. Don't let anybody take that power away from you. Own your power, own your space. Own it. Because I think you have amazing voice.
You couldn't, thank you, Cindy. I think you couldn't have said that any better than what you just said. And I think that's the main thing for me. It's like, owning your space, taking up space, in other words, that's how I say it, right? I'm no longer going to allow myself to feel like this world, it's like, it's all about this, right? It's everything. Because if you were to listen to what society told you, I think a lot of people would stay depressed, because society is going to tell you this has more worth than you. This is of more value than you. This is better than you. And if you have to compare yourself and equate that, you will always feel disempowered by a society that obviously is unaware of their own worth. And so thank you for sharing that, because I think that is one of the things that I'd say to other artists, I speak to, who come to me and they say, Nickler, that little thing you have going for us, it's going to be good. Because my vision, and I'm putting it out there, my vision is to gain the global support. And I see my friends are coming in. Again, I want to say thank you to Angel. She is just God sent. You see, when you start believing in yourself, God sends you people who start believing in you even more. And so my people are coming in, the ones that are going to help me go to the next level. It's like they're coming in, and I don't have to fight anymore, because if you have to fight for something, it's not yours. You should let it go, because maybe God has something better. There's a reason why God gave you a voice. There's a reason why God, your gifts are not, there is always a reason, a purpose behind that. And for me, it's like, I always remind artists like myself, We may not be given those platforms. We may not. It will be nice. It will be nice. I can't pretend and say, well, I don't care. It will be nice, but I can force. I can't change. I don't have control over these things. So I'm not going to fight for it. I'm not going to ask for it. I am just going to create what I can for me and for many other people who are just like me, right? Because that's all I can
Absolutely.
do. And so
Absolutely.
I don't know where God is going to take me. I don't know where life is taking me, but all I know is I'm following the passion in my heart. I'm channeling that, that anger. They always say, Nickler is hard to work with. That's what they say. Nickler is hard to, no, Nickler knows what she wants. And it's okay to know what you want. That's what we need to change about society. Not because a woman is loud and proud. That means we need to shut her up. Let her speak, because we can learn a lot from her. Rather than telling her, you're this, you're that, you're past, you're this. Why don't we try to tell her, well, what are you doing now? Like, look at that. It's like, it's so sad that we are living in a shaming society.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to see our young girls or our young men, we want to see them walk in shame. And the thing is, it's not people my age group that are doing it. It's the older ones that are doing it. You sit down, you look at these platforms, and then you're saying to yourself, wow, I can see why things happen to me in that way, because where were the leaders? This is what we are seeing. And so we are learning to become our own leaders. We are learning to become more self-governed. I'm not saying that we're going to break the rules, or we're not going to do that. We have another way to rebel. We don't have to be loud to rebel. We don't have to say, you're not doing it. I can't tell you what's wrong. I can't tell you what's wrong about society. Maybe I can point a few things that maybe can change. But all I know is that I am taking back my control, and everything that the world said about Nickler, she's not good enough. She has an attitude problem. She's this, she's that, and then I start believing that. I'm feeding into that. I'm breaking those chains. And I know that this will be my biggest breakthrough. I didn't know I was going to say that. Wait, before you clap. I didn't know I was going to say that. You see, the Spirit is speaking. So I'm blessed. And there are many artists in St. Lucia. They're blessed. And they came into this world for them to create positive changes. You won.
Yes. Yes. I can't say anything else. I can't say nothing else. Nickler, you are an inspiration.
Thank you.
You are an inspiration.
And so are you, Cindy. So are you.
The name, thank you so much. The motto, I have to do it. I have to start doing it to put it somewhere on the screen. The slogan for my show, Poetry and Perspective with Placid, is let your voice be heard. I don't take sides politically. I don't discuss religion. I have my own religion. I don't discuss God on my show. I mention him. But I created this platform for my story and other story to be told. And I created this platform for everybody to have a voice whatever is going on with them, whether it be rape, molestation, discrimination, body shaming, mental illness, whatever. Let your voice be heard respectively. And that's what you did tonight, Nickler. Thank you so much for being on Poetry and Perspective with Placid, guys. Thank you so much, Nickler. Listen, I have 3 books. I have to promote myself a little bit, okay? So I have 3 books, right? I've written 3 books, and I am, believe it or not, I have books that have not even been published yet because I have so much work doing at a time. And right now, because I'm passionate about, getting others, giving others a space. So my first book, which is entitled When Life Stood in Silence. Okay, I talked about that first book. It is where I was in deep depression, trauma. I was that victim, and I didn't know myself, and I was trying to find myself. I was drowning, all kinds of stuff. I had lost loved ones. I was grieving. The second one, A Mighty Calm. I found my power. I found me. In my silence, in my calm, I grew mighty. And that's one of my poems. In my calm, when I stayed to myself and I had to find myself, I became mighty within myself. Not for me to show the world that I have power, but for me to find who I was. And the third book, which is what the skies told me. I'm in a place of calm. I have my peace of mind. The things that used to break me, the things that used to bring me down and put me down where I was going to hide, the skies told me, you got it, girl. Don't let any of these things bother you. God got you. Okay? And so I found myself in a place where nothing, not relationships, not friends, not family, nothing touches me. Nothing. You think you'll come hurt me? You gonna tell me you love me and they say, oh my gosh, I love you like push all of love one, then you're gonna leave tomorrow? I'm like, okay, whatever. That was your decision. You don't love me? Okay, somebody else will. Find your peace. Find your power. And let that star that you are shine from within always. Never be a copy. Always be your original self. Continue to do that, Nickler.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inspiring me. And I mean, as you were speaking about your books before I leave, I must commend you. This is very inspiring because again, we are defining success in our own terms, on our own terms. So when I look at you, you are an example for young women to emulate in society. So thank you for that, Cindy. Cheers.
Thank you so much. I wish I had my coffee too.
I'll drink it.
Yes, you want to two of us. So if you want to get my book, guys, you can also go, I have my websites for my book. I have cindyplacid.com where you can get my books and look out for the other books that's coming up. Also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Rise to Prosperity 6144. Or if you want to get my candles, I have slowed down my blog, but if you want to get my candles on the other merchants I have coming, listen. Go to risetoprosperity.com because I make candles as well. I'm a Jackie of all trades. I master some already. They lie. I master some already. So have a good night, my resilient risers. It was such a pleasure to have Nickler here with us. I had the most refreshing conversation. Long awaited or worth it. I'm going to leave this by saying this. Come to Poetry and Perspective with Placid. If you know anybody who wants to speak about what they're going through, whatever it is. My books are on Amazon. Yes, they are on Amazon, so you can purchase it on Amazon. If you know anybody who wants to let their voice be heard, bring them on Poetry and Perspective with Placid. Okay? And we may fail many times, we may fall many times. Like Les Brown said, if you're gonna fall, try to land on your back because once you can look up, you can get up. And one of the things I always say, never ever let failure be your finality. Failure is supposed to be a catalyst for you to do better. Never stay that place of I'm a failure and you're going to stay a failure. Rise to your own prosperity. I love you, my resilient risers. Thank you, Nickler, for being here. Until next time, look out for our guest next week. I love you. Good night. Nickler, stay on a minute, okay?